My name's Chris and I like listening to music. I'm going to listen to Squid Cowards for the 10th time. I wasn't going to give this another 10 listens. I only gave it a 7 out of 10, but there were so many people talking about how great it was that I thought I would give it another 10, and I'm glad I did. There's some great moments, but to me it's not as good as the Fontaines DC album from last year, for example. I gave it a 7, but I think it's an 8. Track 1, Crispy Skin. They're one of those bands that remind me of so many other bands. The spring to mind. Not enough sound like The, to be fair, not Contemporaries one. Fontaines DC I've mentioned. There's a little Killers in there, and even a sort of LCD sound system, and Alt J, and U2. You know, got huge potential stadium-wise for sure. They're on Warp, so The Strokes is another comparison that probably is the closest. Anyway, decent opener in a post-punk modern way. 9 out of 10. Track 2, Building 650. I can see why people are excited by them. They're cool and accessible and quality, not an easy 3 things to do. A bit like Tame Impala maybe. Bigger than you think they are. But Metronomy, you know, like so many bands. Strokes again. The strings are a nice touch in this, and there's a lot of love in it. 8 out of 10. Track 3, Blood on the Boulders. I like the step back on this album. It's not a pop song after 2 sort of pop songs. You know, not a song that's really leaped out at me, but has grown on me, and then sort of a major label probably wouldn't have let this go on as track 3. You know, it makes it a little bit more OK Computer, although that was on a major label. You see my point. It shows an intelligence of the band, like Radiohead, and when it kicks off, it's well worth it. You know, it's sort of got a Czech punk feel to it, if played by car seat headrest. It doesn't matter, but I want to know if these are posh boys or not. My guess is yes, and it shouldn't matter, but it does. But I'm still going to give it 9 out of 10. Track 4, Fieldworks I. I do like the track listing order. I think, you know, 9 tracks, 45 minutes is sort of the perfect album, really. This is nice, but build up to the next track, which is Fieldworks Part 2, which is much better, or more exciting anyway. Nice horns point towards something special is going to happen. And it does. Next. That was 8 out of 10. Track 5, Fieldworks II. Maybe not that special. Ticking clock into an anthem that just takes a little bit too long to get going. It's got the Fisherman's Long Season about it, but nowhere near as good. Tries a little hard for me, this track. Somehow a little bit messy. Payoff should have been more. 8 out of 10.